Hello and welcome to the video on Newton's first law of motion. This is by Ellipse online learning platform. So let's start. Have you ever seen a ball rolling on a flat surface come to a stop on its own, or a car come to a stop when brakes are applied? This is an example of Newton's first law of motion in action. Newton's first law of motion states that an object at rest will stay at rest and an object in motion will stay in motion with a constant velocity unless acted upon by an external force. In other words, an object will remain in its state of motion or rest until a force acts upon it. Let's break down a little further. The word velocity refers to the speed and direction of an object's motion. So, if an object is moving at a constant speed in a straight line, it has a constant velocity. Now let's talk about external forces. These are the forces that come from outside the object in the question. For example, if you kick a ball, you are applying an external force to it. If you push a shopping cart, you are applying an external force to it. So according to Newton's first law of motion, if there are no external force acting on an object, it will continue to move in a constant velocity or remain at rest. This is often referred to as the law of inertia. Inertia is the tendency of an object to resist changes in its states of motion. The greater an object mass, the greater its inertia. This means that it takes more force to change the motion of an heavy object than a light one. Let's look at some real-world example of Newton's first law of motion. A soccer ball rolling on a flat surface will come to a stop on its own due to frictional forces acting on it. A car in motion will continue moving until the brakes are applied, causing an external force to slow it down. So that's Newton's first law of motion. Remember, an object at rest will stay at rest and an object in motion will stay in motion with a constant velocity unless acted upon by an external force. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Also follow us on Instagram for latest updates, behind the scene footages and pre-post updates. And at last, follow us on Quora where you can ask any questions from the students and teachers present there.